What's going on, YouTube? It's going to be kind of a chill video. I wanted to run through a lot more stuff, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'll chop it up into different videos. Reason being is it just gets way too cluttered, and I think this will be a better approach. So, what do I want to talk about today? Today, I want to kind of go over characters. Not specifics. I'll show my team that I'm using in Arena, but the other teams don't really matter so much yet. But you'll see my collection here in a minute. But I want to first start off and say that what CG has done here is make a hero collector game based off of a great IP. How good is the hero collector game? Well, it's still new, and we don't really have an answer for that until, well, the game it had a little bit of time to age. So anyway, that's beside the point. What I'm trying to get at is, if you're enjoying it, enjoy it. And if you've been competitive with it, keep at it. I think that's one of the best aspects of this game is Arena. And let's just jump into Arena because it'll kickstart my conversation. So we are in Champions 5 or Champions 6, rank 2. We could get into Champions 5, but I'm not too worried about it. We still have almost a full day before the payout. So I'm going to hopefully get into Champions 5 soon. Although, let's take a look at these battles. I'm way outclassed. I mean, you've got over 10,000 power teams in here. There's one that's slightly under, but I don't think I can beat it. So my philosophy with characters in this game: who should you farm? Who shouldn't you farm? I've seen a couple of these videos floating around, and what it boils down to is, what do you enjoy? Do you enjoy Arena? Do you want to be earning, these crystals, and you want to be, in the top 100 leaderboard? Do you even care about that? If you don't care about that, if you're like, you know what, I'm just a Lord of the Rings fan, I want, Frodo. Well, you can unlock Frodo, and actually they've added a daily login calendar right now, which you can unlock. Where do I get to that? I don't remember. Is it objectives? And then you go to, objectives, then you go to the little calendar, and they've added a login, and you get Frodo shards, as well as some other stuff. They they must increase the gold that you get out of this calendar. 1,000 is worthless, and we'll get to that in a minute, but this is weak, or they need to adjust the price of things. On top of that, you got this one, which does have these are better gold values. I think if they made these the login rewards, that would be a little bit better. And I'm only one day away from getting the Goblin King character that was very popular in pre-release, not so much now. So which characters should you farm? It's entirely up to you. Do you want to be competitive? Do you like the PvP? If not, what I would recommend is collect who you want to collect. The last thing you want to do is feel like you're forced into collecting characters that you don't enjoy. And that's what I've been faced with for Isengard. I don't really care for many of the dark side characters in this game, if I'm being honest. Some are very good, like Bolg and crew, very solid team. I'm still not too worried about them when I go up in Arena. The only thing that really worries me is Power, but he's still very good. You've got stuff like this guy. I was lucky enough to pull him out of one of the 600 crystal or 600 gem chests. And actually I got his 2 counterparts as well, I believe. Let me take a look here. I think I also got him. Let's do Haradrim. No, okay, so I still need to find this guy. So I only got the 2. For some reason, I had that guy. Maybe he's farmable. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But these guys are going to be important for a different area of the game, which is the unlock of the Witch King. It's been data mined. He's going to be probably the first legendary character that we get. So are you into collecting characters? Do you want to build a roster to go up against this raid? Do you like playing arena? Do you enjoy going after Sam in his gardener's journey? It doesn't really require a special team. I think they have to be light side. But it's really a matter of how you play. Don't listen to me or anyone else tell you what you should do. What I can tell you, though, is this is my team for both defense and offense. I'll click on it so you can see the power levels of each. I'm not going to go in through each one of them, but do that. Notice how they're all 3 stars. Stop them at 3 stars. Get them up to gear 5, and then stop, and then kind of get everyone else up. And then once you have other people, a few others at gear 5, then you can start putting gear 6 in. And then do your arena climb. Reason I say that is you're going to need multiple competent teams to go up against the raid. The reason I say stop at level 30 is because after level 30, the gold requirements are through the roof. After gear 5, the gold requirements are through the roof. So you're going to tap yourself out on resources if you go beyond level 30 on everybody, and you go beyond a 3-star. Now I did take Ugluk up to 4-star because, I mean, look at him. He's a level 5, gear 5, and a 4-star, and he's way underpowered. Granted, he's got synergy with his team and yada yada yada, but still, like, this team right here, I think if you want to be competitive in arena, is the team you want to go for. The big people, like you'll see a lot of big characters, like the trolls on defense. Let me see here if I go into battle. Yeah. Berg, for example, has that troll. Same thing with Crytax. They've got all these trolls and stuff like that. I don't ever pay attention to them. They're useless. They're so slow. Yeah, they do AoE damage and they hit kind of hard. But I can normally clear the other 4 members of the team, at least on my grind to where I'm at now. I can normally clear the other 4 members before the troll attacks 2 or 3 times. So, I mean, it's kind of useless. And then cleaning up the troll is easy because they don't attack at all. One thing I will say, as far as speculative teams, and this is the only other piece of advice that I would give outside of farm what you want to be happy. And for me, that's to be competitive in arena, and I like the light side characters. Unfortunately enough, I found a team. But I think we're going to have another legendary coming up very soon. And by soon, I mean probably... Oh, my phone went to sleep, so it'll do some weird stuff. By soon, I mean within the next year. And that, I believe, is going to be Gandalf the Grey. I think you are going to have the Hobbits and probably Strider geared up, which is why we now have the Sam adventure. So I did spend some real money on this account. I've spent actually quite a bit of real money on this account for a mobile game. This is the first one I've ever spent money on. And like my Galaxy Heroes, completely free to play. But this game, I wanted to be competitive, and I set out to be in the top 100. I'm now ranked 12 on my server, which I'm not going to complain about. I love it. It's cool. I like seeing my name up there. But once the game goes live and all the whales get in here, I'm going to get kicked down. That's just the way it is. But I think we're going to be getting Gandalf. I think we're going to have the Hobbits. Either that or we're going to unlock Gandalf through the Moria raid. The Mines of Moria. And that's my kind of prediction. So I went ahead and I bought, the hobbits in preparation for that. They are farmable, but I wanted to kind of have that leg up, and it was relatively inexpensive. They are useless in arena, honestly, and even in the campaign. But if you're a fan of the hobbits, go for the hobbit. That's what this video is going to boil down to. Go attack with vigor a team that you like. Do not stray from it if you want to level that team all the way up, because it will take a long time to do on its own. But the more laser focused you can be, the better you're gonna, the better time you're gonna have, because you're gonna get there sooner and more things are gonna open up. One thing I do want to talk about as well is predictions for this legendary and my background with this game, but also the other game that CG has come up with, which is, you guessed it, the one that we're looking at right now, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. There are plenty of characters in here that require multiple unlocks. So you go to the journey guide, which is effectively the adventures, and I'm gonna go to solo journeys, and we're gonna go to, who is that? Oh, it's the new Cal Kestis, I think. And we're gonna go down to Darth Revan, because he's a great one to start with. So he requires at most 5 characters at various power levels. You see there's 6 stars specific units, 7 stars specific units. So there's requirements for power and star level. Then if we go back and we look at Jedi Knight Revan, similar type of situation, right? But you don't have to get those. You see all those guys, they were all relicked, and well, some of them were relicked, but if you don't have to have them relic to get those characters. However, if you want Malik, you most certainly should have at least Zetas and be considering relicking or Gear 13 some of these characters, because they are, I mean, look at this. I had to do that for JKR. I bet Mission obviously I haven't touched since then. But yeah, I mean, I needed it. So there's going to be these the point I'm trying to make is there's going to be these long journeys, and along the way we're going to have kind of middle of the road ones. And I think Gandalf the Grey, if he's not going to be a raid don't go. If he's not going to be a raid reward, he's going to be a journey guide character like this, or an adventure character. And so if you are trying to collect, you will have to have a little bit of structure, but remember, just farm the people that make you happy. Don't get bored with the game. If you feel like you're missing out on arena or whatever, it doesn't matter in the big scheme of things. You're still going to get payouts. You're still going to get your calendars. Just do your daily refreshes. Don't spend gems on anything. Save your gold after you hit 30 and gear 5 and 3 stars. Just save all of your gold that you can. And yeah. Oh, I said I was going to show my roster. Didn't I? So this is what I'm working with. But yeah, you can see I've got a lot of people who are sub 20, who are sub 30, who are in various stages of being leveled. And that's because I don't really necessarily need them right now. I want them to be gear 30, or level 30, 3 stars, gear 5 at the time of the raid launch. And I should be there. But guys, again, farm who you want. Don't make it stale for yourself. If you're not enjoying the farming path you're on, try a different one. And yeah, just have fun with it. Do not buy that pack. Don't do it. I bought 4 of them. I got lucky, in my opinion, and I got some Haradrim shards out of it, but do not buy that. It's a waste. And yeah. If you guys want to know more specifics on my characters and which abilities I've leveled up first, attack rotations, anything like that, let me know down below, and I will maybe make a video on that. I do go live with these accounts. I wanted to try to do every other day because I've got this and I've got a free to play account. Work's kind of changing, so life is kind of getting in the way. So I think we may have to change that a little bit. Maybe do weekly updates on those accounts. But if you guys want to hang around for arenas some days, hit subscribe, hit the likes, ring the bell, yada yada yada. You know what to do. If you didn't like it, also what to do. But at any rate, I'm gonna sign off there. If you found any of this informative, which it wasn't necessarily meant to be an info dump, it was just a state of the game and words of encouragement, if anything. Just do what you enjoy doing. Don't feel obligated like you have to do something or farm something that you don't want to. If you found it at all helpful, leave a like. I really appreciate that. Helps the video out a lot. So until next time, I'll see you later.